Hi, my name's Karen Fuel from Digital Blonde, and today I'm sharing 10 tips for marketing your consultancy. So the first one is basically get out there and meet people. You're going to find it really hard to build a customer base unless you're out and about. When I first started Digital Blonde, I went to the opening of everything. I was always at every event I could afford to get to, or I was available to go to. And through that kind of first year of making sure I was everywhere, I then was able to start dropping back and just going to the ones that I felt benefited me the most. Tip number 2 is to build an opt-in GDPR compliant email list so that you can do email marketing. But when you send out your emails, don't make them big salesy, make them helpful, show your knowledge rather than tell them your knowledge. And that's very similar for tip number 3, which is about using LinkedIn. So I highly recommend that you use your personal LinkedIn page to promote your consultancy, because basically you're selling yourself. And actually the way the algorithm works, it favours personal profiles anyway. But when you're putting that content out there, don't just talk about yourself. Talk about, good things that are happening in the industry, things that you've noticed. Share different things to what other people are doing and really in your area of expertise. The fourth one is to join an association. So FCSI, Craft Guild of Chefs, Institute of Hospitality, UK Hospitality, there are so many that you can pick from. But that in itself gives you opportunities to network, maybe by joining a regional committee, attending events, and actually really help you meet people that can help support your business too. The next one, so we're on number 5, look for PR opportunities. So I can't tell you how many times I'm sent something to make a press release out of that really shouldn't be a press release. And I push back, because a journalist isn't going to want to read that, and they're certainly not going to print it. So anything that you're sending to the press needs to be press-worthy. But you can also look for feature opportunities, or you look at the hashtag on Twitter, journo request, for when journalists are looking for expertise that you may well be able to help with. So building a network of others would be my next tip. So sometimes, work will come in and it might be something I could do, but I actually know somebody who could do it better. And so in that case, we'll maybe work together, or I'll direct that person. And I found that multiple times throughout the time of running a consultancy business, and I know it's worked for many other consultants too. Also, I wouldn't have been able to get started with the business if there hadn't been sort of 5 people that continually recommended me to everybody that they met, because that then helped generate that sales pipeline for me. So kind of having those trusted people that you can either work with or who will recommend you is a good marketing approach. My next piece of advice, so this must be number 6, would be about giving back and doing things for free. So there is a limit to how much you can do for free. I think if I said yes to everybody, then maybe I wouldn't have time to earn any money. But there are certainly many, many, many businesses, organisations and individuals that I have helped throughout the time of running Digital Blonde, and that helps in a number of ways. It gets you to meet new people, it shows people what you can do, and I think it's really good to think about it and say, yes, I'm only going to concentrate on giving because in the end it will pay off, but that payoff might not come for 5 years. I actually gained a client last year who I had met through doing some free work probably about 6 years ago, and it's turned into a regular client. So there's always, something will always come of it. And it's just about trusting that it will. And anyway, you're doing something really good for an industry that I hope you love, and that's why you've chosen to work in it. Okay, the next one, number 8. I've got my numbers muddled up. Number 8. Prioritize your website. Now on this one, it's definitely a do as I say, not do as I do. I have to say I cringe every time somebody tells me they've been to look at the website. It is in development. I've just had new designs done, and I'm just changing a few services so we can get the site finished and get it online. But you'll be surprised by how many times people actually look you up on your website. So make sure your website is up to date, that it's search friendly, that it's mobile friendly, that it gives the impression of your business that you would like to. So number 9 is a really, really simple one. Always carry your business cards and have them in your wallet, if you're female, in your handbag. Make sure they're in the bag that you have your laptop in. I actually even keep a couple behind my phone and in my phone case for the times that I'm not carrying anything else, but I've always got my phone with me. And make sure you have plenty, because I have been caught out on the odd occasion where suddenly 20 people wanted my business card. And the final one is to think about retention and repeat business. So one of the things that I like to do is send out to people who maybe I've done work with in the past, or actually they're on a retainer with us, a little bits of useful information, maybe an article I've read that I think they might be interested in, maybe some news on a development within the industry, or maybe just even an idea. I was thinking that maybe you could do this. And all of those help that person or that business know that you are still thinking of them and that you are a good person for at the point they are ready. I think this is one of probably a good overall message is people might want your services, but they might not want them now. And so building those relationships and maintaining them is particularly important. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that any new consultants might have about marketing their business. I've been there myself. I understand the cost constraints, the time constraints, and kind of worked out, I guess, what leads to work most and which ones they're nice to have. So yeah, Karen at digitalblondemarketing.com. Thank you.